Someone you love is going to die. You already know, roughly, what happens next. A quiet room, a box, a patch of ground with a stone on top. It feels timeless, like the only way humans have ever said goodbye. But the real answer is far stranger. Burying the dead in the ground is recent. For most of the human story, your ancestors did not do it at all. They did things that would unsettle you. And when you understand why, you will recognize yourself in them. Go back 430,000 years to a cave in northern Spain called the Pit of Bones. At the bottom of a deep, dark shaft, the paleontologist Juan Luis Arzuaga found the remains of at least 28 individuals. They did not fall there by accident. Someone carried the dead to that shaft and dropped them in. This was not our species. It was a kind of human before us, and already they were doing something with their dead. Go further. In a South African cave system called Rising Star, the researcher Lee Berger uncovered the bones of a small-brained human relative deep inside a pitch-black chamber, reachable only through a crack you can barely fit a body through. Berger argues they carried their dead into the dark on purpose. The claim is fiercely debated, but sit with the possibility. Hundreds of thousands of years ago, something not quite human refused to simply leave its dead where they lay. So what did they do if not bury? For most of prehistory, the dead were left exposed. The body was given to the air, the weather, the animals, the slow work of time. The flesh disappeared. And then, often, the bones were gathered up again. Because the real pattern underneath all of this is not hiding the dead, it is keeping them. At Çatalhöyük, a 9,000-year-old town in Turkey studied by the archaeologist Ian Hodder, people buried their dead beneath the floors of their own houses. You slept, ate, and raised your children directly above your ancestors. And sometimes, years later, they dug the skulls back up. They plastered them, painted them, and passed them between the living. The dead were not gone. They were furniture. They were family still in the room. Have you ever kept something that belonged to someone you lost just to keep them near? If that question lands somewhere in you, stay with this channel a while, because the deeper into the past you go, the stranger and the more familiar it all becomes. These are the buried instincts that still run you. It gets more extreme. At Gough's Cave in England, around 15,000 years ago, the dead were eaten. The researcher Sylvia Bello showed that human bones there were carefully cleaned of flesh and skulls were shaped into cups. It is easy to call that savage, but look closer. The cut marks are precise, ritual, careful. This may not have been hunger. It may have been a way of taking the dead inside the living, of keeping them in the most literal way a body can. And then there is color. Across the ancient world, the dead were painted in red ochre, the color of blood, the color of life, smeared over bones long after the person was gone. In Shanidar Cave in Iraq, Neanderthals returned again and again to the same place to lay their dead. The famous claim that they covered a body in flowers is disputed now, but the returning is not. They came back. They remembered the spot. Notice what is missing from all of this. The quiet box in the ground. That came late. The neat grave, sealed and forgotten, is one of the youngest things humans do with death, not the oldest. For tens of thousands of years, the instinct ran the other way. Not seal the dead away, keep them close, keep them seen. And that instinct never left you. It only changed costume. You keep ashes in a jar on a shelf. You carry a photo in your wallet of a face that no longer exists. You drive across a city to stand in front of a stone and talk out loud to someone who cannot answer. You leave their messages unread because deleting them feels like a second death. None of that is rational. All of it is ancient. You are doing exactly what your ancestors did in those caves, with different tools and the same refusal. The strangest thing humans ever did with the dead is also the most ordinary thing you will ever feel. So someone you love is going to die. And when they do, whatever you choose, a box, a fire, a stone, a photo you can never quite put away, you will be doing the oldest human thing there is. Not getting rid of the dead, refusing with everything in you to let them go.